Hello, welcome back to another video. So, today guys, we're gonna do funny videos today. And it's so bright. I can see myself because it's so bright. Oh wait, I have to type it out. Okay. Oh my gosh, why did you do that? Didn't do nothing. I'm making a video. The charger. Oh.
The grasshoppers, they're allowed to come in. They're not gonna come and eat crops if they're dead. I made pancakes
No, I don't want to do
that. Sometimes I do get to have really nice conversations with people.
I
Science.
My children and grandchildren would like to know who is it?
All the history of your family for your family here to know. I'm an agriculture specialist, so I don't wear the same duty belt as the CBP officers, but in the public life, a lot of times we are one and the same. All the food in here is alright. So I love having just normal conversations about somebody from another place. Make sure that you know what's in your luggage as far as food goes. And tell the officer up there.
It's a peach.
Everything in here is okay today?
Yeah, thank you very much.
JFK Park City. I've noticed abnormality. It was manifested as resist film. The mystery surrounding a package from China is about to be cracked wide open. We have something inside. Feels like pills.
It says
I'm gonna clean it up inside our testing room and test
angel eyes. Oh, an angel eyes
between 50
and
and
enemy eyes. Lucky cat eyes. Red eyes.
If not, I'll have to send it to a laboratory for results. This unit will tell me the chemical makeup of this pill.
Angel eyes.
In the library.
He said we could, if we got an
I
air
suspect
mattress,
that
we
this
could
is
do
a
this.
steroid.
And one of the kids
Steroids are a
on the other
controlled
kids.
substance in the United States, and without a prescription, they are prohibited to possess.
Hey. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Wow. That was cool. Yeah, that's
On the
okay.
tarmac,
I'm not talking.
At the end of the day, officers squeeze in one last examination.
What's that? The heck?
Go, Diego, go.
No hits today, but it's not something worth crying over.
We didn't get 100%. I mean, we didn't get a goal, but at least we're satisfied that the flag is pretty much clean.
How would you know that?
Freaks of marijuana.
They're all hippies.
No, you tell me it's fake. I'm telling you not. It's dangerous.
Just kick it under the fridge.
America ranks second among the world's most visited countries. Is your passport, please?
Where you going?
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers hold the key to the land of opportunity.
I guess you guys want to see your driver's license.
And no doors are open until a traveler's story makes sense.
What are you going to Vegas for?
Huh?
And everything checks out.
Logan International in Boston.
What do you know exactly? Construction. Okay.
A Nigerian businessman has been selected for a random inspection.
Did you pack the bags yourself? Okay. He said he was here to attend a conference. I just wanted to see how long he was going to stay. I just wanted to verify his story.
What's your
So I'm going to start with this one.
It has balls. Hot ass balls.
This is Maine. There's nothing out of the ordinary. How much money are you traveling with? That's not how it is. Yeah, I do this job all the time. You can pack that up, alright? Federal inspection. You're coming into the U.S. So you're a subject. It doesn't matter. You're selected for random inspection. So.
Epic. Yes. Look at the epic, Shaheed. Feed me. Look at epic. Epic. Yes. She said epic. Yeah. Ooh. No, epic. It's almost Christmas.
All the gas, let me see it here.
At O'Hare International Airport in Chicago.
Where you from?
A Central American couple on their way home has a layover in the Windy City.
Want to have all the bags? How we go? So things that we out there?
Let's play outside.
Though they're only staying for a few
Let's play outside.
What?
Still subject to duty on any newly purchased items.
You want Dad to come in there? Go ahead, go help your grandma with the tree. She wants you to go decorate the tree.
Yes.
Here comes Day Day. She's coming. Go ahead, Shaw. Shaheed. Go ahead.
What?
Go in there with your grandma so you can help her with the tree.
What? What?
You heard what I said. Go in there with your grandma so you can help her with the tree.
They claim that they just put them there so they prevent them from being damaged in any way, but clearly they were trying to hide them.
Is that an illegal? Put Rolex inside a bag?
No. It's not that it's illegal,
Okay.
but it looks like you're trying to evade duty. My concern, first of all, is, are they real? If they are real, you're gonna pay tax on them.
Stop.
If the Rolexes are authentic, the duty could amount to thousands of dollars.
Look at it from my point of view. I say it's illegal, but it looks like you're trying to hide it.
No, it's not that.
I didn't get hired yesterday doing this job.
Sir, I mean,
All right. Anyway, let's move on. Where's all the receipts?
they don't give me anything.
Huh?
We don't get a receipt. Where's everything?
You claim it's a fake one that you bought it in Beijing, right?
Beijing
It's
what?
fake.
Oh.
The officers briefed their supervisor on the situation.
There's no receipt, nothing. If they're fake, why are you even hiding them?
You can see that straight away.
So, these watches, they are fake, right? You're not gonna be able to keep them. We're seizing them from you.
At the International Mail Facility in New York City.
Synthetics are extremely dangerous. A very small amount of these substances can kill you.
Deadly synthetic drugs like fentanyl and carfentanil are flooding the U.S. postal system.
If you look around me, you'll see that there's boxes everywhere. So it's up to us to use our skill, experience, to go ahead and weed through that. Look for the needle in the haystack. That's really what this is.
CBP officers look for packaging and export trends based on prior seizures.
Once I have identified a parcel of interest, I'll bring them from the express segregation area to our inspection area, and I'll go ahead and run those parcels through an X-ray. Okay, I see something here that really doesn't look right. Now, the reason why I'm using the X-ray, not just opening them up, is because if I don't know what's inside these containers, I don't want to expose myself and other officers working around me. It looks like we might have a powder, a small amount of powder, which isn't uncommon. I want to take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and put on a face mask because I'm not sure what's inside here. Okay, this one's dangerous. It's just powder in a bag. When I get a white powder like this, my first concern is that this is fentanyl. Even just minimal exposure to fentanyl can cause respiratory impediment. Your heart rate slows down, ultimately you pass out. Once that system shuts down, you die. The substance, the powder, is not inside of another plastic bag. So the only barrier between myself and other officers and this substance is this foil. And even the foil itself is open. You can actually see that there's powder right there.
I'm watching TV. I ain't know where you just. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not because you're a black man. I'm doing my job, sir.
In Boston, a Nigerian businessman is in secondary.
I told him it's a random inspection. He thought I was picking on him because he thought, color. My job is to check bags. How long did you stay in the U.S.
My
last
back
time you were
hurts
here?
bad as hell.
What was the purpose?
You be out here, you was snoring the other day.
So why did
Yesterday.
you open a bank account over here? Let's talk about that address. How'd you get that address?
That's right. See, friend guest house.
You have his telephone number?
Yeah.
A non-resident with a U.S. address could be living or working in the States illegally.
Give me a few minutes.
I went to sleep early.
Initially, he said that he had a conference to attend, and then I saw some U.S. bank documents. So I had several questions regarding his stay here in the U.S., whether it was, for legitimate purposes. Are you expecting anyone today? Is he gonna stay with
Kids
you?
was out.
Where is he
My
gonna
mom
be
was
staying?
yelling about eggs and shit.
What does your friend do for work? All right, thank you.
My mom homeschooled her how in the morning. She went just because she up. She went everybody else up.
You go. Once you're done here, you're free to go. Okay? Yeah, no problem. Take your time. No, it's not wasting your time. Like I said, you're subject to inspection anytime you come into the U.S. Everyone's treated the same, so just, be patient with us, and, if there's no issues with us, then, you'll be out the door.
Not anything criminal.
No, like I said, no, this is part of random inspection, okay? We open bags all day long. This is my job.
Well, what happened to me was a surprise. So initially I was angry, but later I come to find out that it's a routine check. So let it go.
My phone. I know, and I could have had a different idea.
Synthetics are extremely dangerous. A very small amount of these substances can kill you.
At the JFK International Mail Facility,
Okay, this one's dangerous.
a package containing a potentially lethal powder has CBP on high alert.
The substance, the powder, is not inside of another plastic bag. You can actually see that there's powder right there. You can see that. I'm going to take it to an area where I can turn on a fume hood and take a quick sample of it and get a better idea of what we're dealing with.
The fume hood is a ventilation device designed to prevent exposure to hazardous substances during inspection.
See the powder? Could kill us. You know, I don't know what this stuff is. So I like to take a small sample first, something I can kind of triage and work with. I don't need a lot. This machine right here uses a Raman laser, which is infrared. It shoots a direct beam of energy into the substance and analyzes the way that the chemicals react with that light. So it spits out a spectra, which is very distinctive. It's like a fingerprint. Each chemical has a different fingerprint. And this machine can actually guide us in the right direction to what it is that we're dealing with. Okay, so this is a synthetic cannabinoid. AMD Fubinaca and 5-FA Pinaca. It's actually two different types it's picking up on.
Synthetic cannabinoids are chemically designed to mimic the effect of the natural cannabinoids found in the marijuana plant. And though they're marketed as a safe and legal alternative to pot, like all synthetic narcotics, they can be deadly.
Because we suspect that this is a synthetic cannabinoid, we're going to leave it here for testing until we're sure, seize it, and we're just going to move on to the next one.
Got a Rolex in it.
In Chicago,
You open up the bag and then you find watches in there. Yeah, more watches in there. It looks like you're trying to conceal it in a purse. That's like a red flag.
a Central American couple on a U.S. layover has counterfeit goods in their possession.
They are fake, right? We're seizing them from you.
It's not American brands. That I know.
They're protected, though.
They might be on American.
Yeah.
They're called intellectual property rights. Doesn't have to be an American brand.
Personal use.
Personal use, these are counterfeit items, they're not allowed. If they were real, then we would have tax. But since they're counterfeit, they're not allowed.
I don't know. It's confusing.
What is it that what don't you understand? It's a registered trademark, and we're the customs officers that protect these brands. And any brand that's counterfeit from coming into the United States.
U.S. Customs law protects copyright owners as well as American retailers who can't compete with the low cost of knockoffs.
If you were flying somewhere else, that'd be a different story. But you entered the country now, okay? I just told them, I don't know what the laws are in other parts of the world, but they're in the United States, and these are the laws. So they were pretty upset about it.
I don't know if they're fake. We bought it $150.
These are not $150.
I can buy a Rolex for $150.
Yeah, I know.
Authentic Rolex watches commonly sell for over $10,000.
When I told you that you had it in the purse, you told me it's fake. Now, if you're changing your story, you can whip out a receipt somewhere, that'd be great.
No. I am not changing the story.
Okay.
You telling me it's fake.
No, you told me it's fake. I'm not telling you nothing. We're the customs officers, and we're telling you they're not
So we're not doing anything wrong. Entering the United States
with fake merchandise? Yeah, you did something wrong. You bought fake merchandise.
At Detroit Metropolitan Airport,
Oh boy, Bubbies.
agriculture specialists have a nose for the job,
Mind it.
and his name is Buckle.
What you got, B? Okay. Any food in here? Yeah, those mangoes. Oh boy, Bobby. we're tasked to protect Americans' agriculture crops, from fruits to meat to vegetables. Granted, we can't get every bag on every trip, but with my dog here, we're able to search a lot faster than what I can do by myself. Certified Union Itch Break. Good boy.
Today, a U.S. citizen returns from visiting family in China.
Pork is no, beef is no.
And he's declared some home cooking.
My mom packed it, so I don't know exactly what she packed.
Always double check your own bag, because it will be on you, not your mother. Alright, you have to be careful with some of these. It might say it's just fish or just cheese. They also have a pork byproduct on it, that's why it's not allowed. But these are just strictly pork.
So all of those had to be gone, right?
All those have to be gone. Chicken like that. So they're nice and cooked, so they're allowed to come in. So fresh fruit is not allowed to come in either, okay? If you do not tell us what you have in your bags when asked, there'll be a $300 penalty. However, my dog found it, and I asked you, and you told me what you had in your bag. So there's no penalty. It's a warning. Please convey to your mother cookies. Cookies are a good thing to bring, okay?
They took away all the sausage I had. But they let me keep some chicken wings, some duck produce as long as they're cooked.
You guys live where? Buffalo. At the Peace Bridge Crossing in Buffalo, an American couple has been referred to secondary.
These travelers were referring because they made a short trip to Canada. They claim that they went up there just for Chinese food.
Anything in your pockets, sir?
The primary officer thought he might have smelled the vehicle.
And that's it? You didn't go anywhere else? He's got that in his tape there. I received it. A lot of Chinese. That's Canadian, so it's good.
When's the last time you smoked the marijuana?
I smoked a little on the road into, if we were going to Niagara Falls.
This is in Canada?
Yes.
Okay, where did you get the marijuana from? The U.S. or Canada?
U.S.
Is there any on you at all?
It was one small joint. It was.
You tell us there's none on your person?
Hi! Huh? You gotta get a plastic one. Okay, it's in that box.
You get me. I can get
boxes.
you.
It's not Chinese. As soon as you open the doors, freaks. Marijuana. In Buffalo, an American couple returning from a Canadian Chinese restaurant confesses to smoking weed before their meal. It's not Chinese. As soon as you open the doors, reeks of marijuana.
We're going to try to find out exactly why the vehicle smells so strong.
And the Pop-Tarts.
Yep, you beat you. I beat you. I beat you. Ass.
It was legal in Canada. It's legal for you to purchase. Purchasing from that is not legal for you to traffic across the international border. Claim that they actually brought the marijuana from the United States into Canada with them. They did not purchase any up there. They smoked what they had brought up there with them.
Passports, keys.
Not going to be arrested or anything today, but strongly advise them they should not bring drugs across the border.
Well, hey, you guys have a good day. Thanks for the info.
Good night.
Dancing Studio. Not me, that's Denny. Not me.
The ones that have little pegs inside and something like this. This one's not used. This one you can do. Because if we do this little dog and finish all day, it's just useless. Forget it.
Why are you singing? What? Why are you singing? Yes. But why are you singing?
Actually search them. There's no need for a lawyer, and nor would they actually have a right to have a lawyer there. One of our jobs is to ensure that
Oh, I don't want to hear noisy.
we do notify our first line supervisors, and then they go ahead and make a determination there based on what we found.
Stop.
Allowing you guys, for our policy, to keep one lounge each and one handbag each. All the other stuff will be seized, then ultimately destroyed for intellectual property rights violation. Yes, that's the policy.
The travelers were admitted, but not with all the items that they brought. It's nothing personal with people. I mean, they can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, you just got to maintain your professionalism and your vigilance. We're just here to do a job.
Wait a minute. Lipstick. Okay. When?
They gave us some wacky tobacco, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I have no clue. You're feeding everybody here a story that's absolutely BS, and you know it.
Does he know how many small cocaine pellets opening up in someone's body will kill them instantly?
Oh.
Every year, over 30 million international travelers touch down at JFK Airport in New York City. Where do you live? Where you coming from today?
We get pensions from all points of the world.
And U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers are on the ground, keeping
Ooh.
bad seeds out of the Big Apple.
Try it again. That's mine.
In 2017, CBP officers at JFK conducted
Oh, give me a question. Get some more. Get some more.
Anything you can think of, a drug courier will try to figure out something. They will put it in their bag.
Why are you going too fast? What's
Put
this?
any items in their bag.
Okay.
Here, they will tape it to their body. They will insert it into their bodies and swallow pellets. Oh my God.
Today, a CBP officer pulls aside a traveler returning from a short trip
Wait.
to South America.
I'm gonna make up. If it's just good
Traveler's bag revealed no
What is
contraband, but his anxiety increased under questioning.
Sorry, and this been like.
Smuggling narcotics internally.
Sorry. Leave a like and thumbs up, and I'm sorry I took so long because I had to do something. Well, bye.